Well, hello guys, hi, it's me, Erebus Ignis, and welcome to the next instalment of Building with Erebus. What we're going to be doing today, if you hadn't already guessed, is we are going to be looking at the different kinds of furniture you can build, just like this chair here. Now, a lot of you probably have seen this chair before, but yeah, I'll be showing you how to actually make this chair, as well as some of the other things in this room. So let's crack on with having a look around and seeing what we got. So over here we've got a couple of my own designs for things, some stuff that I've experimented with, and a few bits that I've taken inspiration and then changed it up a little bit to make it my own. Like this little area here where you can hang your netherite armor, as I've got in there, and we've got a few other little bits and bobs going on. But yeah, something I did find while doing this episode was that you can actually place an item frame in an area that is smaller than the height of a block, which is very useful for when you're doing shelves with things. Or like this armory here where you've got your bits and your armour and you've got some swords laid out, and then you can stick your little booties underneath like that. This is a classic one. You've probably seen this done a few times, and you know you've got some cupboards up at the top there as well, but you've laid out your meats and your fishes and whatever else you want to stick on the fire really. And then these bookcases, you've probably, if you watch my survival series, you've probably seen these bookcases done in the new library that we've just done. But other things that we found out was like this here. So even armour stands will fit in an area that is smaller than that of a block, which means that you can make this very squared off looking cupboard, and that's one of the things that we're actually going to be showing. Most of what's in this episode is going to be relatively straightforward and simple, but we're going to show you what we can. Okay guys, so what we're going to do, we're going to start off by building the chair, and what you're going to need for this is not a chest, so I don't know why that's in my hotbar, but you're going to need a railway, a piece of railway, and 4 trapdoors of your choosing entirely, and a minecart. So let's just turn around. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take your bit of railway and place it down. Now, we don't want the railway facing that way, we want it facing that facing towards us or against that wall. So you're just going to chuck another one down beside it and then remove that one there. Then, to use as the armrests, we're going to take 2 trapdoors. We're going to place one this side and one this side. And then to do the backrest, you're going to place 1 trapdoor on the ground, and then you're going to lift all of these up like so. And then you're just going to take the other trapdoor and you're going to stick it on top like that. And there you go. You can already see the beginnings of this chair. It's quite a simple and easy thing to do there. And then you just chuck your minecart in, and there you go. That's a really simple way to do a chair. One that you can actually, there we go. One that you can actually sit in, and I think these I find look best when they are at a table, because you don't see the minecart on the front. Now, there are some other ways of doing these, guys. I'm not saying this is the only way, but this is my preferred way because it's simple, it looks good, and it's effective. So let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, guys, is this little cupboard, which you quite often will see people do a cupboard very similar to this, but they won't have most of them won't realise that you can actually, as I said earlier on, put a armour stand on what is less than a block. So we'll just nip outside. And here's our area that we've prepared earlier. So what you're going to need for this one is you're going to need 2 spruce doors, or you can use dark oak doors or any door you fancy, depending on what kind of cupboards you want to build. But you're going to need two doors, 6 trapdoors, and an armour stand or 2 armour stands, depending on how you want to put it in there. So let's just turn around and do that for you. So to start off, what you're going to do is you want to place it quite close to the wall if you want to, so you can stick it there. So this is another benefit of doing this design, is because unlike some of the other designs, you can't actually put them up against the wall. And you're just going to place down your trapdoors like that, and then place 2 more on the top. Okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to put your armour stands in, and now you can either have them facing you or facing side on, and as you can see, they fit in there nicely. And then all you're going to do is you're going to face backwards, and you should be able to stick your 2 doors down. You might need to jump up a little bit, but there you go, and you've got yourself a nice little compact cupboard that will fit in almost anywhere. Now, another thing you can do with that, guys, is you can actually dig a little hole into the wall. Let me just grab some planks for the floor there, just so it looks a little bit better. And you can, if you don't want the sides of the wall showing up, you can actually just do that. There you go. If you don't want the size of the wall showing, you can chuck those in, and you can still put your armour frames and armour stands in there. And you know, I think that looks really nice even on it, even by itself. And you can expand on that a little bit, put a little roof on it. Let me just hover up there. There we go. Put a little roof on it, and you can actually put the cupboard inside the wall if you want to, like you see a lot of conventional cupboards that people make, and they'll stick them in the wall. But there you go. You've got two different ways of using that cupboard there. Right, so the next one we're going to do, guys, is this little sort of stand here that you can put whatever you want on, really. But I find that decorating your house, what you want to do is you want to fill up your walls with as much stuff that's going on as possible, but not in too much of a detail, but just a nice amount of things. Like as you can see in this room, I've got a few things, but we're not absolutely covering every wall. But what we'll do is we'll just nip outside and we'll go through this one. Okay guys, so for this one all you're going to need is 4 trapdoors. I'm going to be using dark oak trapdoors. Then you're going to need 8 stair blocks of any type that you like, 2 barrels, an armour stand, a lantern. Now you can use any lantern or any light source. It doesn't have to be a lantern because it is going to be hidden anyway. 2 chests and 2 trapdoors. Now you can either have them as the same type, however I would recommend use a different type of trapdoor to try and break up that palette a little bit when you're building. So let's just turn around and do that. So what you're going to start off by doing is you're going to start off by knocking out a few blocks of the wall like so, and you want to take up 4 up and 2 across like that. Then what you're going to want to do is just stick yourself in one there, either side of the stairs, and then one there and one there. Next, what you want to do is you want to come along and you want to stick your 2 trapdoors of a different sort there. Then we're just going to hover up here a little bit, and then just up the sides you're going to stick your 4 trapdoors going around the outside. Now one thing I did forget to add in there is you are also going to need 4 wooden planks like that, and then you just want to stick those in like that, and that's going to make your shelf. Now then what you want to do is with your last 4 of these stair blocks, you want to come across just like that. There we go. And then the last one, you want to knock out that block there, and that's where your lantern or light source is going to go, because that's going to sit directly above your armour stand. There we go. And then with your chests, you can stick those in there, or your barrels, sorry, and then just acting like a little trunk, you're going to put your chests along the bottom. Now, something we did over there, which you could do with this as well, which is very similar, you could take out these, and you could stick these up the sides, like so, and then you could have one armour stand facing that way, one armour stand facing that way, and there you go. It's made something a little bit different for you there. Now you don't have to do that, but I think that makes it look a little bit more interesting, a little bit different. But you know, you can do what you like with that. And this is a bit of inspiration to give you some tips as to when you're doing furniture. Alright, the next one we're going to do is we're going to do the larder, which you can see just behind me there, where I've used acacia doors. So let's just have a look at it in a little bit more detail. As you can see, I left these 2 open a second ago, but in here you've got your meats, and you can stick your meats on there, and you've got some cupboards up there. Now this isn't really that functional. You're not going to be able to keep anything in it. It's purely going to be for aesthetics. However, something that I like to do when I do this kind of thing in my survival worlds is I will put the products there and there of what are going to be in these 2 barrels above. So over here, as you can see, we've got pork and cod. So in this barrel I'd have pork and cod, and admittedly on this one I have got pork here again, but we've got pork and beef, so in there would be like pork and beef. So just gonna nip outside and we'll show you how to do that. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to use this little corner over here to demonstrate how it's built. So I'll just turn around, and all we're going to do is we're going to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of all like that, and then down the bottom there you're going to put yourself a couple of planks. Okay, now they don't have to be oak, they can be any colour you want. You can even put stone down there if you want. I'd recommend as well, if you've got a wall that's thicker than 2 blocks, put something different along the back there, just to make it a bit more interesting. Now the materials you're going to need for this, you're going to need 2 trapdoors, again of any type. although I'm using acacia doors, you don't have to use acacia doors. You need 4 fires and 2 barrels, and you may need anything up to 3, maybe even 4 splash water bottles. Okay, so we're going to start off. You're going to stick your 2 barrels at the top, and then you're going to stick 1 fire, 2 fire, 3 fire, 4 fire, and then just going to chuck your water bottles at them. See, there I would have needed 4, and then you're going to turn around, same as we did with the cupboard, jump up, stick down 1, stick down 2. Now sometimes these doors don't work properly, like as you can see there, they've come out a little bit wrong, so you just want to knock out the one that's not done it properly, jump up again, and it should, there we go, it should work just as you want it. Now, although I am going to say put these on there, the trapdoors on the barrels, you don't have to do that. You could leave them as they are if you wanted to, but there you go. Now, if you've ever used a campfire before, you probably know that all you need to do is come up with your raw fish or your raw meat and just click on each of these and it'll place it down. So all I've done is I've just quickly nipped in and grabbed myself some pork, and then you're just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, there you go, and each one of these shells will hold 4 bits of any raw sort of like animal, basically animal any bit of raw meat that you can think of, and there you go, you can shut it up. It looks like a little larder, and that's quite a nice one to have. And again, you can incorporate this design with this design a little bit, although you wouldn't be able to stick the sides in quite the same way. Right, so if any of you have watched my survival series, you may have seen this bookshelf. As we said earlier, it's a really simple design, so I'll just go outside, I'll grab the resources we need for it, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so I've got to apologise because the one in there is a little bit different to the one in my survival world, but it's the same principle. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you it made out of dark oak because it does look better, if I'm honest. So to start off with, what you were going to do is you're going to grab 4 oak planks and you're going to place those down, 1, 2, 3, and we'll stick 1 there, 4. Then you're going to need 10 stair blocks and you're going to place 1 stair block on each end, just like that. Then you're going to go up, miss a block above each of those stair blocks and place an upside stair block each side, like so. Then build your way up if you need to, but obviously we're in creative mode at the moment, so I don't need to do that. And then you're going to fly on top, face 1 stair block facing inwards on each side, and then just stair it up on the inside as so. You've probably seen this done 100 times with roofs. And then you're going to stick another one each side, making your nice 45-degree angle apex. Then you're going to grab your 8 bookshelves and you're going to dig yourself out an 4x2 hole in the wall, like so. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there you go, that's done for you. And you can already see where the rest of this is going. You're going to stick a trapdoor in there, a trapdoor in there. You're going to stick a load of trapdoors along the bottom. One on that, oh not there, one on that side. And finally 1 on that side, unless you've butted up one of the sides to the wall, and then just embellish it a little bit. Now, as I said, this is going to be to show you just to make some decoration ideas, so just stick a light, makes a lot of difference. Or if you really wanted to be fancy, you could take out one of those and 1 up there. Now, something that you've probably seen done before, if I grab us a loom, yes, I think that's pronounced right, a loom. If I grab ourselves a loom, we'll grab ourselves a plant pot, and we'll also grab ourselves, let's have a look, what should we have? I actually prefer using trees over flowers, so we'll grab ourselves that. Now all you're going to do is you're going to knock out the block behind, let's fly up, come back down, and you're going to place that loom the other way round. And if we come back to the front, what you can see is it kind of looks like the bookshelves, but empty, because it's based on a very similar texture to how that's been done. And then embellish it a little bit more. You're going to stick a plant pot just on that one there, stick a tree in, and there you go. It really makes it look a bit more alive, and well, just makes it look a little bit better. But that's just my opinion. If you guys think that you could do better than that, by all means, please show me. Send me a link in the comments and let me know what you think, and I'll have a look. Now, that is actually all I'm going to show you today, boys and girls. But If you'd like to see a part 2 to this video, please let me know. I'm not going to go through everything in this room, but if there's anything in this room that you're particularly seen that you're like, do you know what, I really want to learn how to make that, then just let me know. And I'll do a video. There is other furniture that I can do as well, but this was just for the sake of this one here. But let me know what you think. If you like these videos, subscribe, give us a like, give us a comment, let us know what you think, and also check out my survival series if you're into that. And I'll catch you next time. You take care. Bye.